All You Can Eat is a short and sweet and to the point and click adventure that wastes no time getting through its story but offers one unique twist. You're in a comic book strip and it's being written as you go through the game by your actions. And when you complete the game, which doesn't take too long at all, it then asks you if you want to print out and save a PDF version of your comic book, the playthrough of your game. I think this is a fantastic idea. It's really unique and interesting, and it's the main selling point really for All You Can Eat, because the actual point and clicking adventure is very short, sweet, to the point, basic and straightforward. But it's that like personalisation at the end where you go, I did that, I made that comic book strip. That really kind of sold it to me. Now this game is budget, both in price and in the amount of content that's available. You play as a character who's trying to keep an all-you-can-eat diner open forever so that he can keep using his all-he-can-eat voucher. And the idea behind this is that you go around 5 or 6 different locations, speaking to 7 or 8 different people, picking up a few items that can be combined together in an inventory, and you have, with mouse controls, 2 different options. Left click to be able to interact with an object, right click to observe it. And as you move around all of this, it took me just around half an hour to complete on my first playthrough, and there are some optional Steam achievements for efficiency, as in completing the game within a certain amount of interactions and panels, and speed for completing the game within 3 minutes, which seems absolutely bizarre that that is marketed as like a speedrunner badge of honour, but there we go. The beauty of all of this is that there is no point and click obscure logic, because the right-clicking to be able to observe something gives a pretty major hint almost every single time as to what object you might need to interact with, or combine something together to do something, or talk to someone so that you can get something. And it leads you by the hand in that way. So I never felt stuck, I never got caught in a loop, I never really ran into any head scratches at all. This all made sense pretty much all the way through, and after the 30 minutes was over, I had a nice, concise and completed story that I could then export. There's very little in the way of music and sound effects. The graphics, I think, speak for themselves on the screen and give a kind of whimsical, lo-fi cartoon vibe. The other things that I think are worth mentioning is that there is a colourblind mode in case you struggle in that area, and there is also an option to turn off some of the screen shake for when you move from panel to panel. I found myself starting to sweat slightly on my forehead when I got to the end of this game, which is normally the precursor for me feeling motion sickness. So there is an option to turn all of that screen shaky stuff off, which I would recommend if you get motion sickness in games, because I was starting to with this. But yeah, not much more I can say. Short and sweet to the point, enjoyed myself, was mildly amusing, but ultimately it was that PDF export at the end that kept me going, and I was happy with the results.